Hey everyone, this is Joe in General, your resident reason and evidence enthusiast. It is a Siacoin update. It's Tuesday the 9th of May 2017. Now to find out where the price has been coming from previously, I'll refer you back to my last few videos. Just jump on my channel and you'll be able to see that as a playlist. But this is a shot of the last video that I did, and we were coming off a high of 94. We come down to this low here of 69 and up till 94. And what I was saying in this video is I actually wasn't liking the look of this descending triangle pattern that was forming. And that combined with a very large sell walls on the sell side of Siacoin, I thought we may be seeing lower prices. However, I did put a caveat in, and as I was doing this video, actually, I did see the price start to creep up a little bit. It looked like it was starting to break out of that, but I did say that if this turned out to be a failed move, then what you could likely see is a fast move in the opposite direction. So it's been a number of days, about 5 days, and now people who have been following Siacoin on the Poloniex website, you know the punchline to this story right now. You know the ending, but let me show everyone else what's happened. Well, that's been a nice little occurrence. So to give you an indication, this descending triangle here, that correlates with this right here, roughly. So we have seen some really nice gains. So we were bottoming out here around about 80. That's it sort of coincided around about here with where I was saying, yeah, look, if it's, I don't know, but if it's a failed move, we'll see a fast move in the opposite direction. And we certainly have. Some Fibonacci levels that we were talking about in that previous video was the high of 94 and the low of 69. And so let me just quickly show you that. And it'll show you what the sort of Fibonacci up targets we were looking at. And what we were looking at here was the main ones was the 1.618 level of 114. And also potentially I was talking about if it went even higher, the 2.618 level of 155. So let's see how those sort of worked out. Where did 114 come into play anywhere? And you know, Fibonacci isn't always a hard and fast rule. It doesn't always necessarily hit those key levels or, you know, stay on those key levels for a little bit. But let's have a look at 114. That's around, where are we? About there. So it did actually have a little bit of a sell-off at 114. If I pop that into maybe the half-an-hour time frame, and I know again some of you are watching this on mobile phones, so it might be a little bit harder to see. But here we did come up. See, there we go. So we did have this. We come off this descending triangle here, this low of this descending triangle here. We came up to, it was about 100, so that's that psychological barrier. Then we did have a bit of a sell-off, and then we did come up all the way to the 1.618 level of 114, and then we did have a quick sell-off back down to 106, and let's see, 106 happened to be the 38.2 level, or the 1.382 level. From the high of 94 and 69. So we did hit those key levels of 114 as an upside target, the 1.618 target, and then we did retrace back down, to the 1.382 level. And then there's this move here, 2.618 of 155. Did we hit that? A bit of an up and down there, and look at that. That's really nice. 155 right there. This has been a pretty good case of Fibonacci, exponential Fibonacci calculations, that is, working out pretty nicely. As I've talked about previously, a lot of websites use, like Poloniex and Bitcoin Wisdom, etc., use the linear Fibonacci calculation, but it was recently told to me that exponential Fibonacci is a much better way of doing it, and I concur. Do you concur? I concur. I concur. Yes, I concur. I concur that exponential Fibonacci does seem to be a little bit better than linear. So as you can certainly see here, it hit that 2.618 level of 155. We came down to about 125 and then traded a little bit around here, consolidated through time, and then bang, way up to 170. And then we did knock on the 170 door a couple of times. Then we hit 175. It did try, I think, twice to knock through 175. Yeah, if we punch in there, see there, it hits that 175. That's annoying, that thing there. I hate that. It sort of gets in the way. But that 175, and then we did come back down, and we did try and break through, and that's when looks like a double top. So now we have retraced back down. So we'll talk about future prices in a sec. But that 155 level, that was a great Fibonacci, and again that 114 and that 106 level as well. Now we didn't make the previous all-time high of 178. We just got pipped at the post, but we did top out at 175 so far. So now the question is, where is it going to go from here? Now, unlike this descending triangle here, which, you know, turned out to be a failed move and a fast move in the opposite direction, this pattern here is looking much more like your typical, you know, big sell-off. So I don't think, and I could be wrong, but I don't think we're going to see a break of 175 for a little bit. It could be, like in the crypto market, you know, a little bit, it could be a few weeks. It could be a few months, but I mean, have a look at this. Like, for example, where are we? It didn't take us all that long to get from, here's the old high of 175. No, that's quite a while, I should say. That's the old high of 178. That was back in July of last year, but it did have a giant retrace all the way down to 20. I don't know if we'll get all the way down to 20 now, but that does remain to be seen. But look, if it does stay above some key levels, then we could potentially be in for another leg up eventually. But again, in this crypto market, I won't give a massive, you know, a definitive time frame. But I don't think it would take certainly as long as it did from coming off this high here of 178 all the way down to 20. We shouldn't take that long to get back up to, you know, break the high. But coming down from here, we're currently bottomed out so far at 104. So we haven't broken that 100 psychological barrier. But if we do, and I think if we do break down through here and break through 100 psychological barrier, we're definitely going to see this key level here of 94 possibly hit, and possibly hit quite soon if it continues to go down. This could happen in the next 15 minutes, I guess, but it could happen definitely overnight. So this might be an area here where you would consider putting in a buy order around about 94. And again, you know, you might want to consider doing it 1 or 2 pips higher, maybe 95, maybe 96. But at that point, when you identify a key previous resistance level and then becoming a support level, what you want to do is you want to go down and check out the buy and sell orders. So we also do need to listen to what the people are trying to do. So right now we currently have buy orders at, that doesn't make sense. So why is that like that? I've got buy orders at 119 and sell orders at 115. That doesn't make sense. Must be a little glitch. But anyway, we have a last price of 120. Okay, so we're at 120. Something's going on that side. But let's look at some buy orders. Where are the next big buy orders? Let me punch in so you guys can see this on cell phone, mobile phone. We are looking at, okay, 110 and 111. That's the next huge lot of buy orders here. It's 13 Bitcoin worth at 111, 50 Bitcoin at 110. So if you were thinking that, you know, it's not going to get much lower than here because of, you know, you have to chew through all these, and if you do believe that these are genuine buy orders and not market manipulation, then you might consider putting in a buy order at, you know, maybe 1 or 2 pips higher, 112, 113. Maybe even right now you could put it 114, and then you'd be the first one to get your order triggered at 114, because there's a little gap there in between. There's no 114 put in there yet. And 114 was a previous Fibonacci level, but we need to look at the new highs and lows now. So that might be an area right there at 111, 110. And that coincides with round about here-ish. But breaking down, let's see 94, 95, what have we got? There's certainly a lot of Bitcoin to chew through. Then we actually need to chew through another 18 here at 108, 12, 10 here at 103, 102. Although when you look at 100, doesn't seem to be much of a psychological barrier just there. Excuse me. I'm still coming off my sickness, so apologies for the... Oh, I'm not going to start again. This is the one take. This is what you get. And so, yeah, it doesn't look like to be much psychological support here at 100. So if you do break down through 110, 111, then down through 108, 103, 102, then you can definitely see it touch this 94, 95 level. Not a lot of Bitcoin worth at the moment, so it does seem the sentiment is that this sort of 110, 111 mark at the moment may be the support level. Again, we need to assume that these are real buy orders until, until they're pulled out really, really quickly, which I certainly have seen happen recently. I actually saw 39 Bitcoin worth of Siacoin pulled from the sell side in a split second, and it wasn't up here, it was actually, you know, further down here, so it was just waiting to be sold, and someone just went and just took it right out. So market manipulation certainly does happen in the Siacoin market, that's for sure. So that's the sort of the levels where we could come down to. Again, 110, 111. This could be an opportunity to get a little buy in here, and then maybe wait for a little rise back up to, you know, look at this little resistance level here, maybe 130, maybe 132. You might want to put a sell in order, buying here and selling here, sort of just trading those small pip movements. Otherwise, you might consider just buying in, then waiting to it, you know, it hits the previous all-time high and then starts breaking new highs. However, you really might want to consider putting in a buy order just in case at around about 94, 95 level. Excuse me. Upside, we can talk upside if we have to. I don't know if it's going to go upside anytime soon, as I said before, but look, if it gets there, let's pick a low and a high. So I've picked that 80 level here, and of course we're going to take the high of 175. So when we pop that into the Fibonacci, exponential Fibonacci calculator, 175 and 180, we get some upside potential after hitting through 175. The first one is at the 1.236 level at 211, but let's take a look at the sell walls. That's also very important. Let's see, load more. So breaking through 175, if we end up doing that anytime soon, you've got a bit to go here at 180. There's about 50 Bitcoin worth. I'd imagine 200 would be a little psychological barrier, although someone's put a 50 Bitcoin worth at 195. So you'd put in a sell at say 194. You'd put a sell in at say 199, 198. But you've got that level of, it was 211 around about here, and the most important one here is the 1.618 level of 284. So as previously mentioned, when a high gets broken through, it does tend to come up to eventually the 1.618 level as sort of a key resistance level before having a bit of a sell-off. That tends to happen in a lot of markets. If we take a look at the Bitcoin market right now, I will be doing my weekly Bitcoin analysis video that'll come out tomorrow. But just quickly, that 1745, 1750 level, what happened to be the 1.618 upside from two particular highs and lows in the Bitcoin market. It was originally from the high of 1350 and the low of 191. The 1.618 level was at 1745. And then more recently, when it came up to, where are we, 1623, that's on the 3-day. You do it on the 1-day. It came up to 1623 and it went back down to 1445. And when you did that calculation, the 1.618 level was at 1744. And you could call it 1750. So now it just looks like it may have topped out at 1760. That's close enough for Jazz. So that's just an indication of the power of that 1.618 upside Fibonacci level after breaking through an all-time high or an old high. So 284 on the Siacoin market might be somewhere where you consider putting in a sell order if it does eventually break through that 175 level. So that's it for Siacoin. Of course, if you want to stay updated with what's going on with Siacoin and other altcoins, head over to my channel. I recently just broke through 1,000 subscribers, did a video on that, and a thank you to everyone. And also I gave away 1,000 Satoshi to the 3 lucky 1,000th subscribers. That was the closest I could get to work out who the 1,000th subscriber was. Now have 1,068 subscribers. Hit the subscribe button if you'd like to stay up to date. Of course, I do my weekly Bitcoin price analysis. In tomorrow's analysis, I will also be doing a quick analysis on an altcoin called Bitcoin. I actually in a previous Siacoin video, I made mention of Bitcoin and it was sitting at around about 15. So if you head over to the Poloniex website now and check out Bitcoin, it's hovering at about 27, but have a look at where it went to. So I was making a call for people to check out BCN at around about 15. I bought in around about 13, and have a check on the Poloniex website, have a look at where it went to, and see where it is now. And I will do an analysis just like this on Bitcoin tomorrow as part of my weekly Bitcoin price analysis. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Thanks for putting up with my tired and sick voice, but I'm happy to be back in almost full voice and doing videos for you. Thanks very much. Stay safe, stay informed, speak soon.